the crypto market, especially during bull runs, is all about narratives. Where are the narratives? And so we saw a great deal of that happen during the insane euphoria of 2021. We saw meme coins, we saw NFTs, we saw metaverse take off like crazy. But we even saw this in the bear market of 2022, 2023. Towards the end of 2022, we saw the big AI push when ChatGPT launched. We saw the Pepe mania and several meme coins that pumped along with it. And I don't think most people realize this. We are actually in the early stages. I think it's the early stages of a new narrative. And the reason why I think we're early is because I don't really see many of the people who I would identify as my peers talking about this. I really don't see any of them talking about this. I do see a lot of activity on Twitter, on X about this, and it has to do with airdrops and with staking to earn airdrops and things like that. And so the place where I am seeing the most amount of excitement and activity with that is the Cosmos ecosystem, which is really interesting because I'm not in love with the Atom token that is with Cosmos, but what has been built on Cosmos is very excited. I mean, here's what we've seen just of recent. We've seen Celestia go crazy. So Celestia is currently at $16.09. That whatever the price, that's one thing, but the market cap is at $2.5 billion. This is a cryptocurrency that was airdropped and that launched in November of 2023, and I'm making this in January of 2024, and it already has $2.5 billion into it. The people who receive those airdrops, this is a big winner, and people are looking for the next Celestia, and there might be a next Celestia. Okay, so those people are up 5 figures, 6 figures on receiving an airdrop for things that they did when it came to staking, when it came to testnet and mainnet activity on the Cosmos ecosystem. Another big winner so far has been Injective, which has blown through its previous all-time high. I've talked about Injective in 2 videos on this YouTube channel. Check those out. But again, Injective is right now really hot when it comes to airdrops, when it comes to staking. And so you've got this combination of staking and receiving rewards for just holding the cryptocurrency and staking it with a validator. And then you have the potential, depending on the validator you choose, to get a cryptocurrency airdropped. And so I'm going to show you how to do that with the Cosmos ecosystem. And you're going to want to save this video, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is the beginning of a huge wave of videos that I will be making. And I want to make individual videos for cryptocurrencies in the Cosmos ecosystem like Celestia and like Injective. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Before we dive on in, I do want to say this video is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. And I do appreciate that most of you watching my videos, you are not subscribed. You've got to hit that subscribe button as I am making content multiple times a day. Every day, 6 a.m. Eastern time, I have a new price target video that drops. And I've already made an Injective video. I will make a Cosmos one, an Osmosis video that's on the Cosmos ecosystem, and Celestia for sure, and Say, another one. Axelar, those are all on the Cosmos ecosystem. So if you're here for Cosmos ecosystem tokens, or if you're here for crypto in general, hit the subscribe button and be sure to turn on the notification button for this channel because this is a rapidly evolving space and you're going to want to keep up. So first things first, here's what you've got to do. Quite simple. Don't be intimidated by this, but you're going to have to download the Kepler wallet. I have the Kepler wallet on my desktop and on my phone, so you can do it either way. But I have it on Chrome, so I've downloaded it on Chrome. You can download it on Firefox, Edge, Apple, iOS, and Android. And just download it. You're going to need to take a few steps. Get your keys. Make sure that you write down all of that and keep it in a safe space so that if you get a new computer, you don't have to worry about losing access to the crypto that you put on the Kepler wallet. There are other options for accessing the Cosmos ecosystem. I just very highly prefer Kepler. And the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to have to buy a cryptocurrency. So I'm on the Injective page here because you can see with coinmarketcap.com everywhere that you can buy Injective. But I do want to emphasize one thing really quickly is this is a mistake that I made. I just bought Injective on Coinbase, and when I would try to transfer Injective to my Kepler wallet, I wasn't able to do so. So if you were to buy Injective on Coinbase, what I would recommend is that you'd have to convert it to Atom on the Coinbase, transfer that to your Kepler wallet, and then you're going to have to exchange the Atom for your Injective. You could do that if you want, but I would prefer to just not have to do that. So Binance, KuCoin, OKX, Gate.io, whatever you have, my assumption is this is the ones priced in USDT and not in USD. So don't buy Injective on Coinbase, but if you want to buy something on Coinbase to transfer over, buy Atom. You're going to have to transfer that to exchange that into Injective on osmosis. It's not a difficult process, but just FYI, buy the cryptocurrency, transfer it to your Kepler wallet, and then you'll have opportunities to stake. Now, excuse me. Now I'm going to focus on a few of them here. On your Kepler wallet, get to your Kepler dashboard, and you can see on this side of the screen here all of the chains that have options for staking. And I'm not going to focus on all of them. I don't know about every one of them. I'm going to focus on the ones that I like and the ones that I'm bullish on. So Cosmos Hub and Osmosis, those are two very much so. I'm very bullish on Osmosis, and I'm interested in staking the Cosmos Hub because I know that Atom is not going to be a terrible performer in this bull run. But I am more bullish on Celestia and Injective. But here we are. We have Celestia, we have Injective, and then let's see if there's any other ones that I would be interested in staking on. Not that I'm seeing on this chain side here, but let me show you what this would look like on the Cosmos Hub. So you see Cosmos Hub. I don't even have even that much Cosmos. I exchanged it for Injective, but you can see that they're biggest validators here. And so the biggest ones, I would not be staking in Coinbase. You're not going to get airdrops in Coinbase, but the validator is very important because what the validator is going to do is, some of them will offer you airdrop opportunities. And again, according to this right here, the validators that are recommended are Everstake or SG1. I have looked on their Twitter accounts and I have not seen, well, no, that's not true. I did not see any direct information with Everstake, but I did see with SG1, you can see on their Twitter account, Saga is building a community that transcends tribes within crypto by welcoming the Cosmos, etc. Communities as Saganauts. And so community airdrop eligibility criteria for Saga, you've got to read this. Check out the Medium article and they will give you all the information for SG1. So going back, SG1, you can see it's the biggest non-Coinbase validator. Now, I'm not going to actually stake my Cosmos because I don't have a ton on here already, but here's something that's going to happen if you try to stake it, is that they're going to ask you essentially to not stake with a top 10 validator. I don't worry about that. To improve decentralization, please consider staking to other validators. Unless there was a validator that had like 50% of the staking supply, I wouldn't really worry about it. So don't worry about that, but the recommended ones, at least from this infographic that we're seeing, Everstake or SG1. So you can see that with Osmosis. Moving down here, Osmosis, Figment or Chorus One. I will tell you that I looked at both of those. Again, I did not see any direct information on staking, on airdrops, but the reason why these are recommended is that there is going to eventually be an airdrop available to you. This happened with me when I staked my Cosmos in 2021. I staked it, and then I all of a sudden had $200 worth of Juno at one point in between when I staked it and today. I didn't even really plan on it, but it just happened. And so this is more of a longer term stake if you're looking for something with Osmosis. There are, like I said, with SG1, there are ones that are directly communicating to you, hey, if you stake with us, you will receive an airdrop, and we're going to look into more of those as well. So again, Osmosis, you could do the same thing. Again, I don't have a ton of Osmosis, just $1.99 worth, but you're finding one of those in that infographic that is recommended. And you're seeing Figment or Chorus One. It's usually going to be one of the bigger ones, and there they are. Figment with 4.66% of the supply. That's Chorus One. Figment with 4.07%. It's easy. Whatever you have in here, you can stake. You don't have to stake all of your particular crypto. If you had $1,000 of osmosis, you don't have to stake all 1,000 in any one. But here's a key point. They're looking to eliminate airdrop farmers from this. So you need to stake at least $100. That is the strongest recommendation that I've seen. You need to stake at least $100 of a particular cryptocurrency, or you might be excluded from that. So moving on, Celestia, I'm going to make dedicated videos for Celestia and for Injective. I am right now entirely in Injective when it comes to my staking, and you can see that I am with Black Panther and Talis Protocol. Again, well, Black Panther, delegate for claim drop. They just say it straight up that they are going to be participating in an airdrop in Talis Protocol as well. I'll show you those in a minute here. So SG1, again, another one that is just straight up saying you can get an airdrop with us. Now, after you have chosen your validator, like I said, I have Black Panther for Injective, and I have Talis Protocol. So this one recommends Black Panther. I would also recommend Talis Protocol. What you're going to want to do, and this is optional, but I strongly recommend it, you're going to want to follow that validator on Twitter for any updates. So you're not only going to want to follow them for updates, but you're going to want to turn on that notification bell so that when they give instructions on how to claim your airdrops, you are ready, you are available to do it. There may be a period, a limited time, where you can actually get the airdrop, and once that window is done, it's over. Or you may receive an airdrop like I did with Juno and just not even realize that it happens. You're going to want to know that this has happened, because after you receive the airdrop with your Black, in this case, Black is the token, you're going to have a lot of options. I mean, you could just straight up sell it, or you could hold it. You can, I would with Black Panther be waiting, because there's a lot of activity in their ecosystem. With Talis, I'd probably be selling it. So Black Panther already talking about what airdrops are going to look like. And then Talis Protocol is an NFT marketplace on Injective. And so again, pinned post December 8th, 2023. Exciting airdrops alert unveiling Talis token rewards for Talis community. Stakers on Talis's Injective validator, which is what I've used, and users of the platform, your loyalty hasn't gone unnoticed. So they are, reason why I'm staking with Talis, they are giving you direct instructions right here. If you stake with Talis, and if you use that platform, their platform, the more that you stake, the more that you use the platform, the more that you will receive in your airdrops. So this is true for Talis. It's true for Black Panther. For me with Black Panther, because I live in the United States and I'm not using a VPN, which you want to use a VPN, go for it. If I were to just go and launch the app, which I already have it open in another tab, I'll get a warning like, you're in the United States, you can't use this. But there's plenty of things that you can do on Black Panther. And again, this is so that you can get even more of the Black coin airdrop when the time comes. And there are some very attractive options here. You can just stake your Injective here, not stake it, but deposit it into their vault. And that's quite a significant reward there as of right now. What will happen is that the more people use Black Panther, the more that APY is going to drop. So this is an exciting new initial introductory APR to get as much TVL in here. But once the TVL rises to a certain level, I mean, as the TVL rises to total value locked, the APY is going to drop significantly. It'll be well under 100% very soon. So the more you interact with Black Panther, if you're able to, or if you have a VPN, the more you will get of an airdrop of the Black token. And same deal with Talis Protocol. So injective.talis.art, they have NFT collections priced in Injective. And so there's a decent amount of activity happening here on this website, which is a good sign for Injective, because if you remember in 2021, during the big NFT run, one of the biggest, and I think the biggest benefactor of that was Solana, because people were too disillusioned by the gas fees with OpenSea, unless you were like a Justin Bieber or Eminem who bought the Bored Apes, they're not going to be willing to pay thousands of dollars in gas fees. And so what did they do? They fled to the next thing, that next best thing that offered lower gas fees, and that was Solana. And so as we're seeing potential NFT marketplaces grow, what you'll see is a fleeing from OpenSea, from Ethereum to other options. Solana is probably going to take a big chunk of that, but Injective, there's a lot of potential with Injective. And so if you are into NFTs, I'm not going to do this myself. I don't think now is the time for NFTs, but if we see Bitcoin cross its all-time high, that's around the time that I'll be much more interested in this, especially if there hasn't been an airdrop yet. So the more interaction, the more interaction that you do on here, if that's your thing, the more you will get Talus airdropped until the airdrop actually happens, which it hasn't happened yet. So you can see Talus is now listed on Helix. You can actually buy Talus, which might not be a bad idea ahead of the airdrop. It's a gamble, because what happens after the airdrop, it could be that the coins just dump to zero, or it could be that you find the next Celestia. It just depends. So that is, starting out, the big thing, or mostly what I want to talk about right now, is just a primer in the Cosmos ecosystem. If we were to zoom out on this, you would see Osmosis, Cosmos, Celestia, Injective, and Say. Those are the big ones that I'm looking at. Those are cryptocurrencies that I believe in. But Juno, Akash, Stargaze, Kava, and Axelar. I do like Axelar. I looked into their airdrops already, not their airdrops, their validators already. I couldn't find any information on airdrops, but there is suspicion with Lemniscap that there is going to be an airdrop offering sometime soon. So if you have Axelar, that's a good one to get. One more thing that I want to talk about that, excuse me, I think is very important, is you want to find those next big 100x gains, right? And so you've already missed out on Celestia, you've missed out on Injective, not that Injective is going to do a 100x. And so here's a suggestion. And again, this is mostly focusing on Cosmos, the Cosmos ecosystem right now. So go to DeFiLlama.com, and what you're going to want to look at is total value locked on all the chains. And you can see historically what TVL has been. Obviously, with Ethereum in 2020, that was the biggest place where TVL, where people were holding their money. But as time has progressed, we are seeing more and more other platforms get bigger and bigger pieces of the pie. That's not bearish for Ethereum. It's just the ecosystem, the space is growing. As of right now, there are, I want to see this here. So $53.85 billion locked on exchanges. You can see it peaked at about $180 billion in November of 2021. That was the peak of the previous bull run. We're building back up in TVL, and seeing where TVL is right now is actually very encouraging to me. We're only about a third of the way, less than a third of the way to where we've been peaked for our TVL numbers all time. And so I would expect throughout 2024, 2025 to see a lot more total value locked onto these chains. But you're on DeFi Llama, click chains. And what you will see, if we can get there, is the page that I was just on, but you'll see the chains with the most amount of money locked in terms of billions and then millions of dollars. It shouldn't be a surprise to see what we're seeing there. Ethereum, Tron, Binance Smart Chain, Arbitrum, that actually was a little bit surprising to me, and that has me much more bullish on Arbitrum than I originally thought. But what we're going to do here is look at 7-day change and 1 month change. I'll start out with 1 month change in total value locked. And so there's some that I've never heard of here. Sif Chain I'm not familiar with. Manta, very much. Manta's trending all over Twitter with their potential airdrop. That's going to be a huge thing. I don't know what to say if you haven't already got in. I mean, look at the 7-day change and the 1-day change. It's not nearly as significant as the 1 month change. Seeing Internet Computer is very encouraging to me there. Just seeing that they are growing big time when it comes to DeFi, because DeFi has been a weakness for Internet Computer. Some other ones that you may not be familiar with, but 1 month change, you can see Say there. And I want to take a look at Say real quick, but you can see also 7-day change, Beam, Quicksilver, Bifrost, ETHF, Chroma, Alephium, JBC, and there's Say again. So we're seeing a lot of activity on Say. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm clicking on all of these. Not all of these things that, I'm not familiar with any of these, and that's the point. With 100Xs, it's mostly cryptocurrencies that you're not going to be familiar with. But what I want to see here is I'm looking at the 1 month and the 7-day change for Astroport, for Kryptonite, and I'm seeing a lot of growth here. And so this is about where I'm going to stop the video. But look at these different projects. Now, some of these are way too small, like $20,000 TVL. No, I'm not going to look at those, but these top 3 here, Astroport, Kryptonite, Levana Perps, I want to see what they have and what they're offering for different cryptocurrencies, if they have their own cryptocurrency, which some of them do and some of them don't. I know Levana does. And what I want to see is I would definitely want to look at the project, what they're doing. I want to look at the team. Most of the time, the team, they have their LinkedIn profiles on their websites, and I want to look at that. And then that's going to help me identify, okay, Say already has over a $1 billion market cap, but what about some of these chains, some of these projects that are on Say? And so here are 3 things that you can research right now: Astroport, Kryptonite, Levana Perps, and just see what they have to offer, if it's worth anything. I already went to the Astroport website, and I can tell you, I was a little turned off just by the design of the website. It looked like it was designed by somebody who, went through a developer class and now developed a website. Maybe not their first website, but maybe like their 4th website. But anyway, check it out. And you can do this with any of them. Injective and Celestia, like I said, those are both ecosystems that I am investing pretty heavily into starting out right now, as I am getting much more into airdrops. And again, I do believe we're early. So I'd love to hear any of your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Let me know what you want me to cover next for airdrops. But again, this is the narrative right now. And I do believe that we're early, which means, yes, we're going to see Injective go higher in price. And yes, we're going to see Celestia go higher in price, especially as I think these are the 2 hottest ones right now. But they are hot. So the rule, don't chase green candles, that is a thing. But I do believe that we are early, and we can see a lot of these ecosystems being used up much more for TVL. Anyway, I will see you in another video. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week. Peace.